started today. We're gonna start in a seated position, sitting up tall, resting the shoulders away from the ears, closing the eyes, and breathing in and out of the nose. Taking this time to set your intention for today's practice. Hey girl, what's up? Awesome, have a wonderful session, thank you. And what is up, Sinsby Smith? We're just doing some yoga before doing some Sims building. Well, obviously you know that because it's your shell challenge, so see ya. But we're gonna get settled. We're gonna have fun either, even if you're following along or if you're just listening, we're gonna have fun. So, from here you're gonna inhale, bring your arms above the head, letting the palms come together to touch. And exhaling, lowering the hands to heart center. Today's practice, we are going to focus on twists, wringing ourselves out. But before we start getting into our twist, we are going to warm up our body just a little bit. So again, inhale, bring your arms up to the sky. And exhale, drop your right hand down to the mat, left arm up and over, big side stretch here. Looking up toward the sky. And inhale, come back to center, switching your hands, left arm down on the mat, right arm up and over, big side body stretch in the right side of the body. Breathing into the stretch here. Inhale back to center, bringing your hands to the knees, grabbing onto your knees and slowly sitting back, almost like a cat spine, stretching out the shoulders, bring your chin to the chest. And inhale, bring your chest forward, look up toward the sky, cow your back. Exhale one more time into a big cat back. And inhale, coming into your cow spine. Whenever you're ready, you're gonna find a neutral position, have your eyes closed here for one moment. Let's just take a minute to connect with our breath before we get into our more energetic flows. So inhaling through the nose and exhale out the nose. Again, inhale through the nose and exhale out the nose. Do this a few more times at your own pace and take this time to set your intention for today's practice. Your intention can be anything that you're working on in your personal life or your practice or video games, really anything that you want to kind of just hone in on and focus on today. And after your last round of breath, you're going to inhale both arms up to the sky once again. And exhale, drop the right hand behind the back, left arm hooks on the left or the right knee, and slowly start to twist from the waist, looking over the shoulder into a twist. Every inhale, straighten the spine, and every exhale, twist a little deeper. As you exhale, you're going to come back to center. Finding a neutral spine, we're going to go to the other way. So take your left hand, bring it behind the back along the spine. Right hand comes onto that left knee. Gently start to twist from the waist and then all the way through. You look just past your shoulder into a good twist. As you inhale, sit up nice and tall. And as you exhale, twist a little deeper. And as you exhale, you're going to come back to center. And just take a moment here to move your spine around a little bit from side to side, because we are about to work on this area today. Whenever you're ready, you're going to either roll over the knees or swing your legs around into a tabletop pose. Fingers are spread wide on the mat. The shoulders and the wrists are aligned, and the hips and the ankles or the knees are aligned. Quickly find your core and engage it. So there's a big difference between lazily sitting here and then engaging your shoulders, your core, and tucking the pelvis ever so slightly. We're gonna move through a few rounds of breath in cat-cow. So inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, look up toward the sky, into your cow pose. And exhale, round your spine into cat, really arching the back as you bring the chin to the chest. Inhale as you roll back into your cow pose. And exhale, cat. One more time, big inhale into your cow pose. I have a cough, sorry. And then exhale, cat. Really rounding the spine, enjoying this for one more moment, and then coming into your tabletop. Inhaling the right leg back behind the body, flexing the foot, toes are pointing down toward the mat. Maybe doing a few ankle rolls here if that feels good. And whenever you're ready, you're gonna take the left hand, stretch it on in front of you. Oh, there's the train. Wondering when that was gonna come. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, straighten. We're gonna hold this here for a moment. Bend into the right knee. And then reach around back. See if you can grab onto that foot and find a stretch. This is kind of a twist here. So as you kick into your hand, see if you can look back behind that left shoulder to see if you can see your right foot. Or, yes, that's correct. Well twisted. Take a breath. Make sure you're breathing here. Exhale, release the hand and the foot, finding length here in the spine before exhaling, dropping the hand and the knee down to the mat. Let's open up the knees nice and wide, toes to touch, and come back into your child's pose, stretching the arms in front of you, even maybe stretching the fingers to elongate the arms and lift the elbows off of the mat. Take a few breaths here. I'm gonna get Coconut some food because she keeps pushing her bowl around. I'm sorry, baby. Eagerly. All right. She needed food. All right. From here, you're gonna inhale, come back into your tabletop pose. Make sure that the knees and the hips are aligned yet again. We are going to take the left leg, stretch it down back behind the body, flex the foot. Whenever you're ready, you're gonna take that right hand and reach it on in front of you. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, straighten. And last time, exhale, elbow to knee, and inhale, straighten. Hold it here for a moment. Find your balance, bend into that left leg, and reach around back with the right hand. See if you can grab onto that foot and kick the foot into the hand. See if you can look over the right shoulder at the foot. Keep breathing here. And exhale, release the hand, stretch it out in front of you, and drop the knee. Whew. She was like, oh, thanks, mommy. She was really wanting some food. You're welcome, baby girl. She's so much happier now. And she's not gonna eat her food either. She just wants food in her bowl, like she's weird. From here, you're gonna tuck the toes, lift up into your downward facing dog, and pedal out the feet. Stepping down one heel at a time, really pressing into the mat. And take your time here. Move with your breath. That's a good girl. She likes to be near me when I do yoga sometimes. Whenever you're ready, you're gonna find stillness in the legs. Now remember, you do not need to have straight knees. You can have a slight bend in the knees if you'd like.
Let the head completely go. Try not to kink your neck at all by looking into the hands. Taking another breath, inhaling through the nose. And exhale out the nose. And whenever you're ready, you're going to take some steps forward until you're in a forward fold. Grab onto opposite elbows and sway from side to side if you'd like. Letting the weight of your torso bring you closer to your thighs. And whenever you're ready, slowly roll up into a standing pose. Arms are at your sides. You're going to inhale both arms up to the sky. Take the right hand, grab onto the left wrist. I'll stand over here, see? And we're going to slowly stretch over to the right, pulling that left arm into a little side body stretch. Inhale back to center. Release your hand and then take your left hand, grab onto the right wrist and gently stretch on over toward the left. Again, breathing into the side body and try not to collapse as you stretch. Really try to open your chest. And inhale back to center. You're going to exhale into a forward fold. Inhale, flat back, placing your hands on your shins, looking down at the mat. And exhale, plant the hands. You're going to just step on back into a plank. We're going to move through our first chaturanga, so you can drop your knees if you'd like or come with me. Inhaling as you shift your weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga, nice and slow, all the way until you're down on the mat. Untuck the toes. We're going to inhale into baby cobra, so nothing crazy to start with. You're going to inhale, bring the shoulders away from the ears, and bring your body up off of the mat, opening up your chest. Hands are lifted. Keep breathing into your little back bend. And exhale, bring yourself down. Chest is on the mat, tuck the toes, and inhale up into your downward facing dog. Take a moment here to just enjoy the stretch a little more. Inhale the right leg up to the sky, nice and slow. Either point or flex the foot. Bend the knees, stack the hips here. And maybe do 3 big hip circles in both directions, taking your time. Allowing yourself to have your hips open. Hi, Cookie. Sorry, she's so cute. I keep watching. Oh. And whenever you're ready to straighten that leg back out and exhale, drop the foot down onto the mat and inhale the left leg up toward the sky. Pointing or flexing the foot. Bending the knees, stacking the hips. And do 3 hip circles in both directions. Moving nice and slow with your breath. And keep on breathing. And whenever you're done, take your time. You're going to straighten that leg back out. And exhale, drop that foot down back onto the mat. You're going to bend the knees, look up at the hands, come high up on the toes, and just walk forward or step forward. We're back into our forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly roll up into your mountain pose and reach your arms above the head. Bring the palms together. Exhaling, lowering the hands to heart center. We're going to kind of heat things up a little bit here. We're going to inhale, sit up nice and tall. Make sure your shoulders are pressed away from the ears. Bring your hands nice and tight together. Bring your weight to your heels and exhale, slowly sit into your chair pose.
This first round, we're not going to twist, but we will be back in our chair pose. Inhale, and exhale, forward fold. We're not going to hold it too long because we will be back. Inhale, flat back. Bubba. On camera, baby. Whatever. And then forward fold. You're going to take the left leg and swing it up into standing splits, but not too crazy. Just bring the leg up. We're still warming up. So as your left leg floats up to the sky, take this moment to kind of play around with balance if you'd like. You can maybe try lifting the fingertips off of the mat, maybe grabbing onto that standing leg. Bubba. And whenever you're ready, bring your fingertips back down to the mat, bend into that front knee, and step back into a lunge. And in your lunge, breathe into the hip. Ooh, making sure that the knee and the ankle are aligned and that the knee is not going over the ankle. We do not want that. You're going to press your weight into the palms of your hands and step back into a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog, pressing yourself back. You're going to inhale the right leg up toward the sky. Bend the knees, stack the hips again. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back up toward the sky. And exhale, release the foot back down toward the mat. Inhale the left leg up to the sky. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Exhale, knee to nose. And inhale, leg back up toward the sky. And this time instead, we're going to swing it through to a lunge. Whew, making sure that the knee and the ankle are aligned here. Take a few breaths into your lunge. Enjoy the way that feels. From here, we're going to go into our standing splits. So take your fingers on the mat, and you're going to inhale. Bring the right leg up toward the sky. Into your little standing splits. And again, this is our first standing splits of the day. It is still pretty early in the practice, so if your leg does not go very high, that is totally fine. You can play around with balance here, so lifting the arms up off of the mat, maybe even grabbing onto that standing leg if you'd like. Ugh. And whenever you're ready, you're going to bring your fingertips back down onto the mat, step it forward into your forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. As you inhale, bring the arms up toward the sky into your chair pose, sitting onto the heels. Lifting the toes to make sure the weight is in the heels. Slight tuck in the pelvis. Inhale, open up the chest a little more. And exhale, we're going to stand all the way up, bring the hands back to heart center. Inhale, sit up tall. And exhale it out. We're going to inhale again as we slowly go back into our chair pose again, bringing the toes up off of the mat. This time we are going to twist, so really bring your arms forward. We're going to take the left elbow and hook it over the right leg. Once you hook that elbow, you can see that better if I face you, you're going to slowly twist your body. Have your chest face your hands. Face the right side and look up toward the ceiling. Breathe here in your twist. And again, if you feel that one of your knees is going forward, try to align them again. We're trying to make them as flat as possible here. Inhale as you come back to center. And exhale, forward fold. We're going to inhale. Slowly kick that left leg up toward the sky. We are back into our standing splits. Slowly, this is going to be challenging, but it's fun. You're going to bring your left hand to your chest, almost like you're doing prayer pose, but half. And then slowly try to bring your right hand to your chest and open up into your warrior three. Really kicking that left leg back behind the body. And exhale, we're gonna bend into that front knee and come into our crescent lunge with our hands to our chest. Nice and gracefully. And it's okay if it's not that graceful. Inhale the arms up toward the sky. We're going to exhale, slowly bring the left hand forward, right arm back. We're twisting toward the bent leg. Breathe here. And as you exhale, slowly start to drop that left hand, bring it down to the mat, and open up that right arm toward the sky into easy twists. Exhale, dropping that left knee, bringing your right hand down to frame the foot, untuck the toe, and slowly start to shift your weight back into that left knee. Flex the right foot, and fold over that right leg. It's a very intense stretch, but it feels amazing. So breathe into your right leg here. Really try to stretch those fingers forward if you can, and try to decrease the arch in your back by, or not the arch, but the cat spine in your back, because I tend to fold over like that. Really try to bring the bend from the hips. Breathe here. And exhale, we're gonna slowly start to come back onto our right foot, walking our hands forward. We're going to tuck the toes, lift up off the knee, and step back into a plank. From here, move through your chaturanga flow, so you can either go directly back into down facing dog, or come with me, shifting the weight forward, exhaling, chaturanga, inhale, cobra or up dog, and exhale, down facing dog. Inhale the right leg up toward the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, right knee to left tricep. Really try to bring that knee up as high as you can, up that arm. And inhale, back up toward the sky. Exhale, drop that foot back down. And inhale the left leg up toward the sky. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, left knee to left tricep. And inhale, straighten. Exhale, left knee to right tricep. Really try to twist under that body. And inhale, straighten. And from here, we're gonna swing all the way through to a lunge. Very nice. You're going to shift your weight to the right hand. Inhale the left arm up toward the sky. Exhale, drop the knee, untuck the toes, swing that arm around. Slowly start to shift your weight back into the right knee, and then fold over that left leg. Reaching forward with the left or the hands. Finding a nice deep stretch in the back of the left leg. Breathing here. And whenever you're ready, start to slowly shift your weight back over into that left foot. Tuck the right toe, lift up off of the knee. And we're going to, again, shift the weight over to the right hand. Come up into your left. And cartwheel the hands up into your crescent lunge. Exhale, settle here. Breathe as you sit high up onto your crescent lunge. Exhale, the right hand forward, left arm backwards, twisting toward this bent leg. Maybe look back behind you toward that left hand. And then slowly bring your hands forward. We're going to step into our chair pose. Bring your hands to heart center. Bring your arms forward. We're going to twist twist the other side now. So bringing the right arm, twisting it onto the left leg. So really hook that left arm, or the right arm on that left leg, and open up the chest toward the hands in your chair pose. Breathing here. And exhale. We're going to untwist and come back to center. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, and inhale, roll all the way up into your mountain pose. Whew. In your mountain pose, you're going to inhale, bring the arms up toward the sky, palms together. Exhale, sitting back into our chair pose again. All right, face forward, because we're going to do another variation. So we're in our chair pose. Really reach your arms forward. Exhale, twist. Hook the left arm onto the right leg. Twist your chest toward the arms. And if you'd like, you can open up the arms to twist just a little further, opening up that chest and the shoulders and the arms just a little more. Taking another breath, inhale, and exhale, bringing the hands back to center once again, and then folding over the legs, exhaling out. So from here, we're going to kick the right leg up this time. So inhale the right leg up into our standing splits. Again, you can play with balance. And this time, bring your left hand to your chest, and then your right, and slowly start to open up into your warrior three pose. Breathing here, and slowly, with control, try to step back into your crescent lunge. Inhale the arms up toward the sky. Exhale into your crescent lunge. We're going to inhale the right hand forward, left arm back into a twist. And from here, bring your right elbow down to that left leg. Bring your hands together and open up the chest toward that left leg. So we're in a big twist here. And if you need to bring your knee down, go right ahead. Take it out slowly, start to open the arms up. And come back into your twist. Inhale back into your crescent lunge. And exhale, bring the right hand down. Open up into easy twist. Exhale, drop the left hand to the inside of the left foot and heel toe. The left foot out to the edge of the mat. Exhale, drop the right knee, untuck the toes. We're here in a high lizard. If you want, you can stay right here or come down with me, dropping the elbows. And if for some reason this is really easy for you, you can come to the outer pinky toe edge of that left foot, opening up into your lizard and your hip just a little more. And wherever you are, just breathe. Taking 2 more breaths, and you can either stay here or come with me into a little twist. So taking inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So either staying here or coming back up onto the hands, bending that right knee. So if you have bad knees, you might want to avoid this one. And then grab onto that right knee with the left hand and bring that leg in closer to the body. We're in a little twist here. Maybe look past that left shoulder, back behind your body. And take a couple breaths. Exhale, slowly start to release that foot, tuck the toe. And if you were still in lizard pose, you come back out. We're going to back frame the foot, tuck the left or right toes lift up off the knee and step back into a plank. From here, move through your chaturanga or go directly back into downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up toward the sky. And swing it all the way through to a lunge. Breathing into your lunge here. We're going to shift your weight over to the left hand. Inhale the right arm up toward the sky. Swing it all the way through. We're going to go into Crescent Lunge. Exhale. We're in our Crescent Lunge. You're going to settle into the pose. Slowly start to bring the left hand forward, right arm back into a twist. Really open up the chest here. From here, slowly start to bring the left elbow down toward the right knee. Hook that left elbow onto the right knee. Bring the right hand down to meet the left and open up the chest toward your hands into a little twist and breathe. Holding it here. If you find yourself shaking a little bit, that's okay. Listen to your body. If anything hurts, you can drop the knee if you'd like. To come out of it, we're going to open up the arms and come back into our twist. Exhale, dropping the left hand, bringing that right arm back up to the sky. Exhale, drop the knee. Drop the right hand to the inside of the right leg. Untuck the toes. Heel toe the right foot out to the edge of the mat. And you can stay here in your lizard pose or come a little bit further down with me onto your elbows. And if you'd like to go a little bit further, you can come to the outer edge of that right foot into your lizard. A couple breaths here. And taking an inhale and an exhale. You can either stay right here or come with me. Walk your hands back up. We're going to go into a little quad stretch. So if you have bad knees, you might want to avoid this one. You're going to bend into the left knee and then take the right hand, reach around behind the back. See if you can grab onto that foot and bring that leg a little closer to your bottom. Breathe here. Take a couple big rounds of breath. Exhale, release that foot, tuck the toe, bring your right hand back to frame the foot, and we're gonna come up into a standing split and kick that leg up. From here, we're just gonna do that little transition one more time. Bring your left hand to the chest and then right hand to the chest. Open up into your warrior three. Exhale, dropping the left foot to meet the right. We're sitting into our chair pose. Bring your hands forward. Try hooking the right elbow onto that left knee. Open up the chest. Now see if you can open up the arms along the body, opening up the chest just a little bit further. Exhale, bringing the hands back to center. Inhale back into your chair pose. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll all the way up. Bring your arms above the head. Palms together and exhaling, lower the hands, heart center. Inhale, bring the arms up, back up toward the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, forward fold, dropping the hands, stepping back into a plank. From here, move through your chaturanga flow. So
Either flow with me or go directly back into downward facing dog. Inhale, shift your weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up toward the sky. Swinging it all the way through to a lunge. Take your time as you swing it through. From here, you're going to come to the outer edge of the foot. So you're going to really drop that foot all the way. Let it be parallel with the back of the mat. Inhale, cartwheel the arms up into your warrior two pose. Settle in. Arms are out by your sides. Gaze is past the right middle finger. Shoulders are away from the ears. And inhale the right arm up toward the sky. And exhale, reverse your warrior. Inhale back up toward the sky, coming back into your warrior two. Inhale, bring yourself all the way forward, dropping the right elbow. Inhale the left arm up toward the sky. If you want an additional challenge, you can bring that right arm along the left leg and open up the chest. And if you also want even more of a challenge, you can try to go for a bind. So bringing the hands behind the back and see if you can grab onto the fingers. If you can't, that's totally fine. You can at least rest your left arm behind your back. Wherever you are, breathe here. Try to look up toward the sky if you can. Release the hands, inhaling back up into your warrior two and straighten that front knee. Heel toe the back foot in just ever so slightly to get a better stretch here. Arms are out in a T. Shift your weight over to the right or the left hip and see if you can reach forward with the right hand. Drop that right hand. Just whenever you're ready to go into your triangle pose. And breathe here. Nice deep stretch in the back of that right leg. Taking a couple breaths. Inhaling back up toward the sky, straight legs, bend into that front knee, cartwheel the hands down to frame the foot back into your lunge. We're gonna kick back into three-legged dog, so take your time here. Taking that right leg and kicking them back toward the sky. And exhale down. Inhale the left leg up toward the sky. And just swinging it through to a lunge. Take your time. Enjoy the way that feels. From here, you're gonna drop the right foot parallel with the back of the mat. Inhale, cartwheel the arms up into your warrior two. Shoulders are away from the ears. Really bending into that front knee. Gaze is past the left middle finger. Inhale, flip the left palm and exhale, reverse your warrior. Looking up toward the sky as you reach that left hand back. Just keep bending into that front knee. Inhale back up into your warrior two. Exhale, lean forward, extended side angle, dropping the left elbow onto the left leg. Right arm up toward the sky, really stretching those fingertips nice and high. Again, if you would like, you can bring that left hand along the left leg, opening up the chest a little bit. Or go in for a bind here, bringing the hands behind the back, interlacing the fingers, and opening up that chest. Gaze is up towards the sky. Unless if your neck hurts, you can look down or straight ahead. Wherever you are, take a couple breaths here. And whenever you're ready, release those hands, coming back up into your warrior two. Straighten that front knee, heel toe the back foot in ever so slightly. Bring your weight over to the right. Inhaling, stretching forward with the left. Dropping that left hand down, opening up into your triangle pose. Right arm stretches up toward the sky. And breathe here. Your gaze can be up toward the sky. Unless it hurts your neck, you can look straight forward or down at your foot. Inhale, coming back up
to your triangle pose, bending into the knee. We're going to cartwheel the hands down to frame the foot. From here, stepping forward into a forward fold. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, forward fold. Roll all the way up. And we are ready for our peak pose today. We are going to go into our side crow. So setting up for side crow. Let's start in a squat. I'm just trying to think of the best way to do this. So we're going to have our toes facing out, hip distance apart, a little bit further than hip distance apart actually. And let's go slowly bend into the knees, bringing the hands to heart center, and then opening up the legs with the arms so you get nice and tall. We're just stretching out our hips a little bit before going into our side crow. We're going to do both right and left side. Now before we even do this, let's stretch out our wrists a little bit, so sit all the way down. And we are going to get into tabletop pose. You're going to bring the left hand, the top of the left hand down on the mat and kind of do a little bit of circles here. And then bring your palm back down, and we're going to replace the hand, bringing the top of the right hand down on the mat and do 3 circles in both directions. We're protecting our wrists, that's very important. And from here, you're going to bring your palm back down. You're going to face your fingertips towards your body and slowly start to sit back toward the heels, peeling the fingers and the wrists back. Nice and slow. Maybe taking one moment to kind of enjoy the way it feels just on your fingers, and then come all the way back. All right, we're ready for our side crow. So, in our side crow, come into a little, kind of like a squat, but high up on the toes, knees facing forward. And if this is a challenge for you, this might be what you want to practice today. So, let's just start with our little balance here. Come up onto the toes. You can see me better at the sides. And we're going to bring our hands to heart center. Make sure your back is nice and straight, so make any readjustments that you need. And enjoy the way this feels. So if this is where you are today, that is fantastic. Or you can come with me. You're going to twist your body over. Let's start with the right side. It's a good side to start with. You're going to start to twist toward the right side. And this might be where you are. Maybe this is where you want to stop today, and that's totally fine. Now, whenever you're ready, you're going to place the hands down. I like to have them about a foot away from my body, maybe a little less. You're going to slowly, well, before you even do that, check your hands. Your hands should be spread nice and wide. The weight, if you need to kind of know where the weight needs to be, press your index finger and your thumb into the mat, just to kind of help to make sure you're putting the weight in the right place. From here, you're going to bend into those elbows. Now, this might be where you want to be today. That's awesome. But if you want to come with me, come a little higher up on the toes. Now, this is a really big leg workout and we won't be here for long. And also, if you just want to practice this, fantastic. We want to make sure that we make a shelf with our arms. That's the goal. Our butt is going to sit on our right and our leg is going to sit on our left. So once you make a shelf, you're going to come high up on the toes and try to bring first your, I don't want to say butt, kind of like right underneath your butt, your thigh, onto that left or that right arm. So you see, I'm kind of just leaning on this. And then you want to bring your leg to your left. Again, you're making a shelf. So once we make that shelf, plop yourself on here. And you can kind of play around with this. Now, I practiced this a billion times, so I might make it look easy, but it's not an easy one to master. Once you're there, you can kind of play around with, moving your legs. But if you need to, bring a pillow, because you might fall on your face. And that's okay, because I've fallen on my face more times than I can count. Again, The key takeaway points of this pose is it's not all about strength. It's mostly about balance, to be honest. And you want to create that shelf. Eventually, you'll be able to do it, with one arm like this, but that will take some time. We are creating a shelf, bringing both elbows into the leg. Now, let's do the other side. Let's make ourselves nice and even. Let's see the time. Yeah, okay, good. Don't worry, we'll be playing around with this a lot this week. I love this pose, it's one of my favorites. So we're high up on our toes, we are still here. Hopefully we're not cramping. Before we even go to this next one, let's straighten out our legs, do a forward fold, and stretch out the calves a little bit. Just because we don't want to get any cramps, anything like that. Now let's bend into the feet again. Come high up onto the toes. Find your balance, bring your hands heart center. Sitting up tall. Now start to slowly twist your body toward the left. And drop the hands. Hands are spread nice and wide. And start to come higher up on the toes as you make a shelf. First putting your booty back onto that left arm, and then put the right behind your knee area on the right. Everybody's different. Everybody's different. Yeah, every single body is different. So your crow pose or side crow might look a little different than mine. So try to kind of figure out where your arms and your legs need to be. Wherever you are, the shelf will really help. So again, we're making that shelf, putting our leg high up onto that shelf we made, and then from here, you can just keep your legs nice and tight. Even if your feet are still touching, this is great. Just kind of play around with what that feels like. And then from there, you can learn to play a little bit in your pose, but take your time, have fun with it, and try not to fall on your face. That's the goal, but falling on the face is part of the fun. So from here, we're just gonna take one more breath. I'm gonna allow you guys one more minute of that before coming into the rest of our stretches, all that good stuff, some more twists. That pose, I actually got crow pose or side crow a little easier before I got regular crow. So if you're wondering which one's easier, some people say side crow is harder. I found side crow a little easier. Again, every single body is different, so play around with that. All right, we are back here. We are going to plant the hands, come into our downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up toward the sky and swing that right leg through into a pigeon. So right knee to right wrist, right ankle to left wrist. Wow, I couldn't say words there. From here, we are in our pigeon pose. My brain is just not having it today. We're gonna walk our hands forward and slowly start to settle into our pigeon pose. Making sure we're not dipping into that right hip. Flexing the feet if you can remember to do so. At least the right foot. You don't need to flex the left because it's behind your body. Start to breathe into the hips and anywhere you might be feeling pigeon pose. It's a very intense pose. For those of you who might suffer from sciatic nerve pain, this is a fantastic pose to alleviate some of that pain you might be feeling. So just a nugget of wisdom there. Making sure that you're breathing. Not holding on to any tension in the jaw or the face. Maybe taking this time to think about the intention that you set at the beginning of class. Or if you joined in late, maybe setting intention here for the rest of your day or week. Walk your hands back nice and slow whenever you're ready. We're going to shift your weight over into that right hip and swing that left leg around all the way until that left foot, I'll face you, goes a little past the right knee. And so we are in cow face pose. It's a fantastic hip opener. So if you have tight hips, this might be very intense. And so take your time with it. And if it's something you need to opt out of, totally understand. So if this is really, really intense for you, you can stay right here or kind of loosen up that stretch a little bit. Or if you want it to be more intense, you can come with me and walk your hands forward, laying your torso down on your legs, and maybe even bring your head down as well and breathe into the hips. We're just going to take a couple breaths here. And whenever you're ready, walk your hands back, sitting up tall. Take this left leg and swing it back around behind the body. And we're gonna go back into our downward facing dog. We have to do the other side. So inhale the left leg up toward the sky. And then swing the left leg through to pigeon. So left knee to left wrist, left ankle to right wrist. And then walk that right foot back to settle into your pigeon pose. We're sitting up tall. And from here, make sure that the left hip is up if we're walking down. Bringing your hands down onto the mat, walking forward. And then gently placing your forehead down on the mat. If you do feel your left leg or the front leg, whichever leg you have front, start to become numb, flex that foot. That's something that has changed my practice because for the longest time the leg was going numb. But if you keep that bent leg foot flexed, it will help prevent your leg from going numb. So with that, make sure that you relax all of your muscles besides that flexed foot if you need to. Make sure that you're not holding on to any tension, especially in the face. I know that personally I like to clench my jaw in certain poses, but try to keep in mind to relax. Taking one more inhale and exhale out. Inhale, walk the hands back toward the body, and from here we're going to sit down onto that left hip and swing the right leg around to cross over that left knee. Now we are in cow face pose. Feels a lot like a pretzel. But from here, make sure that the right hip is down on the mat. It's really easy to kind of want to sit up like this, but we do not want that. You're gonna feel it in your hips a lot more intense if you have both sits bones down. Now again, this might be a really, really intense pose for you. So if you want to opt out and maybe do something a little different, like lay on your back like this, that might be in your practice, but you can come with me if you'd like. This can be where you are, and that's great, or you can walk the hands forward, laying your torso down onto your legs and relaxing your head. But breathe here. If you feel any really annoying tightness, I thought you were in full splits for a minute. Dang, Mom, I wish. Well, I might be able to do the splits right now. I've been stretching a lot, but I'm not gonna lie, my splits are Sun1. Hey, Koki, hey, what's up? What's up, Sun1? My splits are getting better, but I do have a problem with opening up my hip and not keeping my hip square. I cheat my splits. Don't worry, Sun1, I will be doing some building right after this also. Some simsing. Oh my goodness. Whenever you're ready, walk back up. You're going to open up those legs, shake them out. We are about to go into our comfortable, relaxing poses. If you want to do the splits right now, you could totally try. I really want to see if I can, but I don't know if that's a thing for the stream to see. From here, we're going to bring your hands behind your legs, flex your feet, and then point, and flex, and point. Let's see. It's fine. I'm watching your yoga streams. Yay! Yoga streams are fun to watch though. Whenever you're ready, we're going to slowly release the hands from behind the legs and find boat pose. You can have the legs nice and straight if you'd like, but today that's not in my practice, so I'm gonna have nice bent legs. It's okay. Whenever you're ready, slowly, using your core here, we're gonna slowly come on down into a floating low boat. Hold it here. And exhale, come all the way down onto your mat. Inhale, bring the knees to the chest. We're gonna go into a twist because guess what? Today's a twisting practice, so obviously we have to do that. We're gonna drop our knees over to the left and then bring your right hand out to the side and gaze goes past the right hand. Breathe into your twist, making sure both shoulders are on the mat. So if they do happen to lift up, readjust your legs however you need to. You're going to breathe here. And on your next inhale, bring yourself back to center. Hug those legs, maybe kiss the knees. And then release the legs. We're going to drop them over to the right. Left hand out to the side and gaze goes past the left middle finger and close the eyes. And breathe into your twist. Just checking the time. Inhale, coming back to center. Hug your legs in toward the body. And grab onto the feet. We're going to go into happy baby. So opening up the legs, making sure that the low back is still connected to the mat. So making sure you're not up like this. It is glued down. And you can rock from side to side, massaging the back on the mat. You have the option here to use the pace fingers. Grab your big toes and open up into the splits. But that is completely optional here. You can even do one leg or the other. But just listen to your body, see what it needs in our final pose before Shavasana. Exhaling, bringing the legs back together. And you're going to bring the legs up toward the sky and exhale with control, nice and slow. Drop them down onto the mat, using the core here to gently drop the legs down. Open up the hip or the legs about hip distance apart, maybe a little bit further. Have the toes open up like a book. Have your hands down at your sides, palms facing up. And if you need to, you can readjust any of the shoulders here or make any other readjustments that might feel good for our final resting position. You're going to close your eyes. I'm going to turn off that music. I just realized that you finished painting the kitchen. Yay! I did finish painting my kitchen. Well, you can't see the lower cabinets are not done yet, but I'm going to finish the lower cabinets, but it's like you can see the kitchen and it looks nice. As we're laying here, I'm going to enjoy the fact that I worked a lot on the kitchen yesterday. Anyway. You can relax, close the eyes, try to take this moment to connect with your breath one final time. Observe the way it feels to have the breath move through the body. Maybe see the way the chest rises and falls with every breath. Maybe even notice the way the stomach rises and falls as well. We're just going to take a few more breaths here. Try not to fall asleep. And whenever you're ready, start to wiggle the toes and the fingers. And slowly start to roll the ankles and the wrists. And inhale, one big full body stretch.
like you're just getting up in the morning. Exhale. Sorry. Bring your knees to your chest. I don't think I got enough sleep last night. We're going to slowly rock yourself from side to side. And then come onto one side into fetus pose. And then whenever you're ready, you're going to press your way up into a seated position.
Oh yeah, looks great. Thank you. I'm glad you guys like my kitchen. I'm so happy. I even got to put the handles on it. All right, as we finish the flow, we're gonna bring our hands to heart center. Inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Again, inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth as you lower the chin to the chest. Blink the eyes open whenever you're ready. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope y'all have an amazing day. Namaste.